We just got in that 2 a.m. update, Michael, but it's not looking like a whole lot has changed with that. We are still looking at a strong Category 4 hurricane approaching us and things deteriorating as we head throughout the day today, especially getting worse tonight and into early Friday. I want to start you out with one of the models that has been performing very well with the storms this year. This is the American model. These are the forecast wind gusts as we head throughout the day. So you'll see that here as we run through the day. So we're starting today at 2:30 p.m. You can see winds already upwards of 40 miles per hour heading later into the overnight hours. So this is just after midnight. You can see this model wanting to have that center of circulation just off our coast. This is a hurricane force gust that you see here. Winds at 74 miles per hour from Palm Beach County up through Indian River and St. Lucie counties. It's still actually a little bit less than 70 in Indian River, but you can see it there just went up to over 100 miles per hour. So we can expect some very gusty winds out of this and even lingering into early Friday morning. So this is Friday at 9:30, especially our northern counties along the Treasure Coast still going to be dealing with very gusty winds throughout the beginning part of Friday and even into Friday afternoon. Friday we can still expect a very windy day. It's not until Friday night that we really start to see things kind of calming down just a little bit, and then heading into the weekend things look much better. So let's talk about those winds a little bit. 40 to 75 miles per hour. You can expect tree limbs down, so just minor things, really. Tree limbs down, that could still take out power though. 75 to 90 miles per hour, we're looking at power lines and power poles down. Of course, that's when we start to see the situation getting a little bit more dangerous because you have those live power lines, and of course we are without power with that. 90 to 110 miles per hour, we're looking at roof damage and of course trees down across the area. This is when we're really starting to get into the very strong winds. 110 to 130 miles per hour. This is when you're starting to see trees uprooted, structural damage to different types of buildings. 130 to 150 miles per hour. Severe damage to roofs and houses, and then when you start to get higher than that, of course, the damage keeps going up. 150 miles per hour or more, we are looking at catastrophic damage from that. Not only are we worried about the winds with this storm, but we are also wanting to keep you updated on what you could possibly expect in your area with possible storm surge. So you see this here, southern Palm Beach County, because you are going to be farthest from the possible area where we might see a landfall. That is why you're seeing the lowest possible storm surge here, about 2 to 3 feet from Boynton Beach south, Boynton Beach north toward West Palm, 3 to 5 feet. As we get up around Jupiter, we're looking at storm surge once again, 5 to 7 feet. So as you're getting into above 3 feet, you're looking at places flooding that would normally stay dry. And that's why we want you to be aware of this, especially if you live along the coast. So you see it here, Jupiter into southern Martin County, 5 to 7 feet, 6 to 8 feet as we get up around Heritage Ridge and Stewart. This is quite a bit of storm surge here, and this is why they were starting some mandatory evacuations for portions of the Treasure Coast and up into the Space Coast. This is where we really think we could see some of the highest storm surge, especially from St. Lucie County up into Indian River County, between 6 to 9 feet. That is a lot of water. Certainly places that don't normally flood will flood with that type of storm surge, coupled with the fact that we're dealing with heavy rain as well. We could definitely be dealing with some flooding issues along with those wind issues. Now, this is another model that we use. I want to show you the possibility for some timing on some of this rain. This is just one model, so the models are going to vary. This isn't something that I would set my clock by, but nonetheless, this will give you an idea. So you notice as we head through the morning, we're starting to see those bands move through 10 a.m., moving through our entire area, but still the main heavy pockets of rain are moving away. As we head into the afternoon today, that's when you're really going to notice the rain is starting to pick up because the storm is getting closer. We're getting bands more frequently, and we're starting to get more into that rain shield. So here's 2 p.m. today. You're looking at quite a bit of rain across our area, some pockets of heavy rain and some storms as well. Heading into the early evening, early overnight hours, you're seeing it here. This is when we expect things to really begin deteriorating as that storm will be closer. closer. Now, this model does have it a little bit closer to us than I actually think it will be at 7 o'clock, but this is giving you a good idea of the time frame that we're looking at, that the later part of the day into the night and early Friday is when we're really expecting things to be the worst. You can see this is going to be storms. This is going to be wind. This is going to be very heavy rain, and there, of course, is a bit of a moderate tornado threat as we head into the overnight as well. This is Friday at 3 a.m. You can see now, I can't stress enough, this is just one model. This is not the model consensus. This model obviously has making landfall somewhere around St. Lucie, Indian River County. Once again, that's not the model consensus, but nonetheless, it is really doing a great job with time and showing that the worst of it is going to be early Friday morning and then continuing throughout Friday morning, even into, I'd say, about the lunch hour in Indian River and Fort Pierce, St. Lucie, Stewart. This is really going to be where we're seeing the brunt of things as we head through the early part of Friday, and then you see it moving off there. Let's talk a little bit about the potential for rainfall. Now, in general, the National Hurricane Center is saying between 4 and 7 inches for our area, up to isolated amounts of 10 inches. And you can see our model here really not that far off from that, about 4 to almost 6 inches along the coast, tapering off as you head a bit farther inland. So that is what we are thinking as well. Glenn is also here this morning, so I'm going to let him talk to you a little bit more about the possible wave heights and some of those implications for us as we head through the rest of the day.
All right.